The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 14, series 5 of the Very Scottish Movie Review podcast. What's the script, mate? What is the script? My name's Craig, and as always, by my side, in equal measure, two little boys, Big Chris Ness. How are you, Chris?
I am fine and dandy, counting down the days to Christmas.
Fuck up, Christmas. It's Halloween today. Happy Halloween. Well, it won't be when you're listening to this, people, but we're recording this on Thursday, so happy Halloween. Woo! I've got Spider-Man and a Tyrannosaurus Rex away to school this morning. So I have.
Aye.
And the Tyrannosaurus Rex costume takes batteries because there's fans inside it to make the heat.
Oh,
One of the ones, his wee face is in the breast there, you know what I mean? He's running a bit. Let's see the videos, man. Funny as fuck. You dressed up this year, mate? You get anything planned? You usually have a wee Halloween soiree with the boys, you know?
Aye. Well, we're going to, but it get cancelled for other circumstances. But hey ho, we've decided just to go get something to eat first. So that's the moral.
Circumstances? That sounds like an STD. One of the boys has got gonorrhea. It's not happening.
I think it was actually a death.
Oh, now I feel bad. See what you done to me there? You never gave me prior warning. Now I feel like a dick.
Aye. Well, there you go. Lesson of today: don't get ahead of yourself.
There's a hex on my house now. So everybody, welcome to another rip-roaring, fascinating, funny episode. Thanks for everybody that tuned in last week to Logan, which we thoroughly enjoyed, by the way. With a good response on the socials and on the audios for it. YouTube's took another fucking nosedive. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's just doesn't like us anymore, but I don't care. So thanks again to Quaint for our title music, and always we have on board with his Native Origins for all your bespoke and leisure wear, which is imminent to be on the market. Tim's had the merchandise through the door. He's had his kids in it, and he went to the Titanic Museum last week, and he was strutting about Belfast with his hoodie on. Oh, we're a legacy, big man. Cunt's all saying back to him, "What are you talking about? You fucking batty." So thank you, guys. You can find us all over the place on the electronic websites of your choice: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X. And you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, all the things. Just fucking put "What's the Script" in and you can find us.
Aye. Have you just cup your ear a wee bit? When the wind's blowing, you'll hear us.
If you go to the beach and you pick up a wee shell and put it to your ear, you can hear us. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Imagine that, wee shells and all that. Well, hello there, welcome. On the Facebook, we're at 340 in the group members, which is great. 313 still at the YouTube, and Chris is rocking over 1,800 on the X platform. How's the talk tick doing? How's the talk tick there?
Oh, the talk tick is in the 400s now. It's either just under 450 or 450. It's running about there anyway.
Oh, smashing.
We're coming every day.
See, TikTok, is it still you need to have 1,000 followers to do a live? Is that right? Aye.
I don't know. I have no idea. It's just, it's not. It's the app itself. I think it's fucking. I don't know what it is. But wait, man, because like I says, assuming there was 200 people following it on TikTok, you were getting 250 odd fucking views or something. Now there's 400 odd people on it, and you're still getting 250 views.
Aye, It's not right, the bastard. It's not right at all.
Promote your post. Promote your post. You want me to promote your post? That will you fuck off?
Aye, exactly. But before we get into today's movie, mate, what have you been watching this past 7 days on your television on your television set? What have you been watching?
Well, I do reckon it's going to echo much of yours, but because we done Logan, I went on an X-Men binge. So X-Men Days of Future Past, X-Men Apocalypse, X-Men, X-Men 2, X-Men Last Stand, X-Men First Class. The ones I didn't watch were the Wolverine one. So, aye. And then, since it's spooky season and all that patter, I started watching horror films. So I watched Suspiria. I think that's how you say it. It's no great, but people might watch it, like it, watch it. That's I think I'm sure that the witches, right? The witches. So, but it's full because I'm sure it is a remake. I'm sure there was a
Right.
film back in the 70s or something.
Is that a new thing?
Aye. Hey?
Is that a new film, Suspiria?
No, I think it was done fucking 2018 or something.
All right.
What's her name? Is it Tilda Swinton? I'm sure that she's in it. And the lassie that played Madam Web.
Dakota Johnson.
Aye. And that Mia Goth, her it's in all the horror films in her. She's in it too.
Scary script across my desk. I'll do it.
Then I went back to watch the old classic Fright Night. It was smashing. Fright
Night. Oh fuck.
Oh, it was brilliant, man. Especially when his wee pal starts turning into a big fucking dog.
That's not seen that in a fucking long time, actually. Aye, that was good.
And then I finally watched the new Halle Berry one, Never Let Go. It was forgettable. But decent enough idea. Just, forgettable.
It's like sex with Christopher. Forgettable.
It's not what I've heard. I've had sex with myself plenty of times and I keep coming back.
That's not what my mirror tells me. My mirror says I'm fucking smashing.
You could do this, Travis. Boom. And last night I watched Vanishing on 7th Street.
You said that in the text.
It's still not so happy. Again, good idea, but just wasn't going to be. So that was me. That was all my eyeball delights.
Quite a few of them as well, I'll tell you.
What about yourself, mate? What were you right into? Like a dog eating beetroot?
Aye, I was right into a lot of things. So I'm now on the back end of Series 5 of The Rookie, still smashing. I caught up with Grotesquerie, episodes 7, 8, and 9, smashing. Great twist in it, I know. Fucking great twist in it. So I'll gemmed it. It's not watched it. I think there's a couple more to go. Just bust it when it's done. It's superb. And then, much like yourself, I went down the route with the forky hands and the white eyes and the wheelchair fucking brainiac people in it. So I watched X-Men, X-Men 2, X-Men 3, X-Men's Origins Wolverine, X-Men First Class, Days of Future Past, Apocalypse, Dark Phoenix. So I've done them all, including Logan and the Wolverine, which I'd done last week. And it was quite the journey, Dark Phoenix was a great final act, man, but it was too little too late, you know what I mean? Again, it had the potential and the budget there to be something better than it did, but it was a lot of fucking empty, dragged out spaces and all that, but it was all right. And then I went and watched Jurassic Park 3, 2001, which was no bad. Watched that with the boys. And then I watched Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and again, Deadpool and Wolverine. So I did, because I was having a wee drink, and I thought, the Deadpool, yeah! Funny guy. He's a smashing funny dude. I like him. High five and dope pinned on the like, you know what I mean? And yesterday I watched the new Matt Wallace documentary, Am I a Racist? And that was obviously the same as What is a Woman, You know what I mean? Very eye-opening. And it just shows these people in a pure light. And I think the overriding thing was there's a lot of white people going to seminars and meetings to be told that they're racist just for being white. And they're getting charged for it as well. That's fucking... You need to watch it, mate. You need to watch it. But I don't blame the people of colour that are charging these monies and talking to these people. I blame the white guys that are going through pain for guilt. That's fucking mental. Just watch it. It's good. And that was me, mate. That was me. That was all my oculars this past week. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Not the lights.
I know. But it was my turn to pick from your list last week. I picked an absolute doozy. One we both had on my lists, actually. And it was 2002's Martin Scorsese classic, Gangs of New York, mate. Oh, tell us about it a wee tiny bit before I ask you what else happened in that year.
Oh, it's a sensational film that just gives you the old America there when everything was all at boiling point. I was going to say boiling point there. Get you with your testicles out there. Aye. The New York, it's just a boiling point, isn't it? Set in a time where the conscriptions come in and fucking tensions are high, immigrants coming in and all that. So just captured one of the most number one fucking tourist destinations in the world, what it was like back in the day. You know what I mean? How it was formed, and how, to me anyway, how the world back then seems very similar to the one right now. So,
that boiling point, tipping point. I think you were actually quite kind of saying it was a time when New York was at boiling point. I think it was just on fire. It's fucking... But we'll discuss it a wee bit in depth, mate, in a wee minute. First of all, this movie was out in 2002, which was 22 fucking years ago. Jesus Christ. But if you'll bear with me, I just want to press my wee button on the time machine and say, let's go back to the year. Back to the year. Back to the year of our film. Chris, what happened, mate? 2002.
Thank you. Aye, so we've been in 2002 in the past, so some of these could be duplicate facts that happened and all that, but I've tried my best to saunter through them. But so obviously 2002 was the US invasion of Afghanistan. Now how that all kicked off. The Netherlands legalizes euthanasia, the first in the world to do so, apparently.
What?
I thought it was. I thought it was Switzerland, didn't it?
Aye. Yeah.
So, but apparently,
is Switzerland part of the European Union? But it doesn't matter.
Nah, I'm not sure, but apparently that's what it was. There was a coup against the Venezuelan president Hugo Chavez. I think that lasted about a month, and he was back in again. Well, that was a success. That
was the that actual coup was a lot to do with the film The Dictator. Sacha Baron Cohen.
Jimmy Carter visited Cuba, the first president to do so since 1959. There you go. And the Queen had an empty, and she was celebrating her golden jubilee.
We're gonna celebration. An empty. Brilliant.
So there you go. The Queen's golden jubilee.
Mad Charlie keeping the edge at the door on it. Police are coming.
Films that year. Yeah, the classic Scooby-Doo live action film. That was a joy and a delight. I'll tell you, for a young me, that was smashing.
Zoinks!
You'd also Red Dragon, City of God, The Pianist, Lilo and Stitch, Mr. Deeds, Panic Room, and We Were Soldiers. So, there was ocular delights that year. Ocular.
It's a mixed bag, but some good ones in
Yeah. Yeah. Songs. I do. It wasn't so happy, but they were still there. So we had Hot in Here by Nelly. Know what I mean? He was taking his clothes off and all that.
there.
We had Blurry by Puddle of Mud.
What?
We had we had Without Me, Eminem. We had Whenever by Shakira. And we had Heaven. We had Heaven by DJ Sammy.
Like that.
And that
Love
kicked
it.
off. Everybody was shoulder dancing to that one. And then we had 7 Days by Craig David. Know what I mean?
Oh, my boy. My boy, Craig David. I won his first album on Clyde One. I phoned up Susie McGuire, and she done a thing every week called Stars in Their Wise, and you had to put your pants on your head and sing a karaoke song over the phone. I done it, and I won a CD. Yeah.
How did they know you had your pants on your head?
They didn't, but I did do it because my work colleague was there and says, you better fucking do it. And then he went on the phone and says, no, he's doing it. So I had to get I had to get my wee hut and shut the door and take my skanks off and stick them on my head and then put my trousers back on, start singing over the phone. Because I don't like to win things half-hearted. I like to do these things fucking bit like
I'm
yourself,
all in.
mate. Aye.
But
Shite my hair for about fucking half an hour.
Deaths that year. Again, try to pick different ones. Dudley Moore died.
Oh, yeah.
Jam Master Jay died. Rod Steiger died. And Spike Milligan died.
Oh, comedy genius, that boy.
So that was your wee deaths there. Only picked 4 because there was we were doing deaths and we each one I was like, this is dark.
Steve Byrne.
So that was a wee rundown of 2002 there. Shit was going down.
Aye.
But that was the key points there.
It was a new century, a new fucking millennium. Do you know what I mean? It was the dawn of these fantastic times that we live in today. Fuck's sake, man. You know what I mean? Little did we know. Just over the horizon, we had £7.5 pints of lager waiting for us to buy, and heating allowances getting cut, and pensioners like fucking popsicles over the winter and all that. You know what I mean?
Dogs and cats living together.
Aye, strange times, mate. Strange times. Budgies living in cat smooths. It's fucking horrible. But that was great, mate. Thanks very much for that wee trip. That wee trip back. I'm sad that I'm back at 2024, but there you go. But it was, as we said, Gangs of New York, mate. Martin Scorsese. Give us a quick synopsis rundown of the movie plot and tell us who's in it in the financials, please.
Oh, well, I haven't wrote that down, so I'll just make this up on the spot as I will. So,
I'll help you.
We've got young Amsterdam. Obviously, his father is beaten by the Bill Butcher there, leader of the native gangs, and grows up. Sets about a plot for revenge. All the while, the city is in political turmoil, shall we say. We've all got a draft and all this going on. Meanwhile, you've got your man Amsterdam there, cozying up to Build the Butcher to get his revenge. And a lot of disastrous kind of New York, because it looks very bleak.
Aye.
And the film is Daniel Day-Lewis, Leonardo DiCaprio, Cameron Diaz, Brendan Gleason, Liam Neeson, John C. Reilly, Jim Broadbent, Henry Thomas, Gary Lewis, and Stephen Graham. It's also the budget for this film was $100 million. And according to the interwebs, it made $194 million. So, not exactly a success, but at the same time, if somebody chapped your door and went, there's 94 million on Tappy, aye, I'll take that. So,
I would say that fucking the marketing maybe just about in profit, but that really fucking threw me.
aye.
That that box office. It really did. I was like, what was the problem with this back in the day? Because you seen the video I put it. It's like nominated for 10 Academy Awards and all that. Daniel Day-Lewis, Leonardo DiCaprio, Cameron, you just rhymed them all off. The settings, everything. I'm like,
Yep, it's much like yourself, mate. I was, as they say out there, gobsmacked because it's like you say, the production's fucking top class. The acting in it, like, I mean, if I think Daniel Day-Lewis, I think of this film. You know what I mean?
Aye, definitely.
It's well written, well directed. Fucking, it's everything you want to be like a major hit. So I don't know because apparently what took this to the cleaners was Chicago.
Ah, right, okay.
So
Catherine Zeta-Jones, isn't
it's I don't know, mate. Maybe people want to. Well, at the same time, I know. Apparently, what kind of held this film up was 9/11 happened. Know what I mean? Because I remember for a time there was fucking anything like relating to New York or anything terrorist and all that. It was getting postponed. Like, you remember the film Swordfish?
Uh-huh.
Now the bit they're carrying the big bus about and it hits a building.
Aye.
That film wasn't getting shown in cinemas because of that one scene.
That's right.
Like, you're going, fuck.
So there was a lot. There was a few album covers for rappers getting fucking taken off the shelves and all that as well, wasn't
there? Yeah. So
remember rightly.
Maybe that hurt it, but you wouldn't imagine so.
Aye, but IMDb gives us a 7.5 out of 10, and almost carbon copy. And Rotten Tomatoes 73% out of 100. So 3 out of 4 kind of thing, which is a fine score. It's nothing wrong with that at all. We'll see what we give it towards the end. But just in the grander scheme of things, with the movies we're getting out today, watch this back again for maybe the 10th, 15th time, and like, what a spectacle, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, aye. It fucking takes you right back. None of this fucking green screen shite, you know what I mean? You feel like you're back in time with this fucking place. And interesting fact, mate, it was actually shot in Italy.
Excuse me, was it?
Shot in Rome, Italy, apparently, and they built everything. See, because they couldn't film it in New York because New York doesn't look like New York back then.
Aye.
So, aye.
That's so fucking Martin Scorsese could get him for his dinner, aye? Fucking shite. We're going to do it next to my house in Italy, all right? You fucking bastards. So, we mentioned, right, very, very quickly, for me anyway, right, and maybe for a lot of other people, don't be yourself, it shows you New York in a light that I had never been accustomed to or thought about. I thought America went from cowboys and Indians to Victorian kind of times with buildings going up and all that shit. I never knew about this shanty town, the 5 Points and all that, Murderers Square and all that. It looks fucking wild, doesn't it? Wild.
It's hellish. It's fucking. I could only imagine the smell. It's fucking. Aye. But I kind of like you, mate. I just thought America. They went for, like you say, fucking people running about the Western and all that shit, and then going right to the guys with the daft wigs and all that, top hats. How you doing, madam, and all that? And then they went for that right into fucking just normal people.
Aye, wind up cars and all that. Oh, there's a wind up car with a honk honk. I mean,
I went for I do declare right to listen here, see? You know what I mean?
Aye, that's it. Get those buildings up here, see? So I can go to Wall Street and that and like, see? Aye, that's this hole in the timeline that we never knew about. It's such an eye opener, and it's delivered brilliantly by Scorsese. I wrote down there's factions of this movie, bits of this movie that kind of gave me Tarantino vibes. Do you know what I mean? Slow motion fighting with kind of a wee modern bit of music in it and stuff like that. I was like, oh, that's very Tarantino-y. But Scorsese, I think Scorsese's fucking magic anyway. But
No,
It's the costumes and all that, and the fucking hairstyles and the backdrops. Just amazing, mate. Amazing.
aye. But that's what I mean. Well, apparently fucking Scorsese acquired the rights to this in 1979 because this was a book. Apparently, it was based on a book that he read, but he secured the rights to this in 1979, but he couldn't get a production company to agree to everything he wanted until 1999.
Mm-hmm.
So could have got this a lot earlier, but
Aye. But do you know, in the grander scheme of things, I'm probably glad he didn't, because he's obviously shot this at a time where the budget was fucking massive. Technology and settings and actors themselves were a lot better as well, probably. Because
yeah,
you rhymed the math there, mate, right? We've got Daniel Day-Lewis, right? He's the fucking GOAT, as far as I'm concerned, actor-wise. He's fucking, he's the only one that can chin Steven Spielberg with Oscars, you know what I mean? Hey, get my three here, I know you bastard. Leonardo DiCaprio, who's a fucking best actor in the waiting. Cameron Diaz, it was hot property at the time. And then you've got the so-called supporting actors, Brendan Gleeson, Jim Broadbent, who I fucking love, by the way, Stephen Graham, and John C. Reilly as Mulroney. We're going to be leaving that up there on the lamppost for you now. No one will touch it because I know it's mine. Is that right, John C. Reilly?
aye. There's something else in this film I know that I don't know if a lot of people know about it. But
Do divulge.
Man, yes, Jack Jarvis is Squire. Told Kiernan is in this.
Away with you.
Yes.
I won't believe it. I don't believe it.
He plays the other fire chief. See when the house is on fire?
Does he?
Yes, he plays the other fire chief. See when he's talking to Jim Broadbent, he's like, soon you'll be outfought, outmatched and all that. And then the next time Bill shows up, he plays the fire chief. So there you go. Happening on you.
Oh, that's a smattering of trivia gold. That trivia gold.
We got a podcast bay there.
So, it's good. Oh, that's actually threw me there. Speechless. I feel dumber for not knowing it. You know what I mean? But, Daniel Day-Lewis, mate. Right? There's a lot of trivia surrounding him, and it just adds to what you would probably just say. Aye, that sounds like him. You know what I mean? To simulate Bill the Butcher's fake eye, Sir Daniel Day-Lewis had his own eyeball covered in prosthetic glass. Day-Lewis learned to tap the fake eye with the tip of the knife without blinking, which is one of the best scenes in it. You think it's just obviously sound effects, and he's not, but that is a glass eye to cover his own eye, and he's tapping it with a knife, man.
Aye, mate. Well, I said at the beginning, see when I think of Daniel Day-Lewis, I think of this film. I mean, well, Bill the Butcher is my favourite character in this, right? And I know you're not supposed to like him. I know he's supposed to be the bad old fucking America sort of thing. But see, because he's that fucking good at playing the part. No, I mean, you can imagine that person. He made that person real instead of just a fucking film character. You know what I mean? It's stupid. Like even like I said to you, see the accents in this. His accent, his New York accent, is actually fucking extinct. They had to learn this shit. You know what I mean?
Aye.
So it's superb, man. Like, I tip my hat to the gentleman.
Aye, it's amazing. Because there was a lot of trivia surrounding his accent as well. Obviously, off camera, he never broke character. Even when it was, what was it again? I think I read that, I never wrote it down. It was Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese eventually persuaded him to go out for dinner with him, and he went out as Bill the Butcher in character and sat and ate and ordered as Bill the Butcher. And he said the waitress was so frightened she didn't want to serve the table.
I remember watching an interview and it was Liam Neeson talking about it. And he's like, I would see him in the morning and I'm the one character. And the next thing he would go like, morning priest. No, I mean, oh shit. But
The only man I
talking about fucking
worst remember killing. Brilliant.
aye. I mean, he's like that much in characters. So there was a fight scene, and he get his nose broke in the fight scene.
Mhm.
Side in character. You know what I mean?
It was
What?
Leonardo DiCaprio that broke his nose.
Was it?
Says here, Leonardo DiCaprio accidentally broke Sir Daniel Day-Lewis' nose while filming the fight scene. Day-Lewis continued to film the scene despite the injury. So you're right. He didn't turn into Daniel Day-Lewis because he got a bop in the fucking beak. He just, son of a bitch, keep fighting.
Aye, it's fucking mate. Like I say, man, he's when you think when you think of this film, Gangs of New York, you think of that character. Just fucking very, very photogenic and everything. I mean, he's been taken somebody's time traveled and taken this guy and brought him back and put him in a film. That's how fucking good he is.
He's absolutely brilliant because he is based on a real guy. Wasn't he called Bill the Butcher? It was called the Butcher, but it wasn't called Bill Cutton. I can't remember what it was called again. I forgot.
It's William Poole.
Aye, that's it, William Poole. So it was still a Bill of sorts, and it was still the Butcher. But Jesus, man, what a character, what a performance. Some of the dialogue's amazing, and it always looks to me as if he's half smiling under that big tash. He's loving his fucking role, you know what I mean? He's a man.
He's enjoying life. He's enjoying his life here. But can't say enough about him. Fucking just so like I say, so much so you're not supposed to like this guy. Right for the off, he makes like the Amsterdam character an orphan. Know what I mean? He's a bastard to everybody around about him. Does for the fucking dirty deeds. And yeah, I come away with it going, he's my favourite character. You know what I mean? So
by the way, he's mine, I know. And it's not until later in the film you learn about that opening scene, why and what it's took to get to that stage, because his valiance spared him. Do you know what I mean? And Bill's like, fucking, I was that ashamed that I couldn't look him in the eye. I cut my eye out. You know what I mean? I'd have cut them both out, but then I could fight him blind. You're like, fucking hell. I cut out my eye and I sent him it to him in blue paper. Fucking hell.
aye. But it was also the first film that Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio worked together. So, and then that thing has blossomed, shall we say?
That spawned a few flicks, that didn't it?
Aye, a few honourable mentions like The Departed, Wolf of Wall Street. It's just but
so
it's.
Aye.
I thought you were going to say something there.
So did I. I thought you were going to say something, so I just stopped what I was going
to
say.
What you say is I know, mate. It was nominated for 10 Oscars and won 0. And I don't know how. I've not seen Chicago. It's no my kind of film, I wouldn't say, but it's. Was it really that good that this got fuck all?
Aye. I didn't check to see who won all the Oscars that year, but I'm pretty sure Chicago got a fucking rake in them. Do you know what I mean? And as you say, it must have been some movie to take away for this. Daniel Day-Lewis is phenomenal. Leonardo DiCaprio is brilliant. And the rest are all great and all.
Mm.
If I had to pick a whole one character, it maybe be Cameron Diaz's. But she still does a good job. I thought her truly smashing actress, you know what I mean?
That's what I was saying to you the other day there. She's supposed to be doing an Irish accent, and I didn't know.
I leave you in the grace and favour of the Lord.
And I thought she was doing that, but ironically, it's pelted me too. I'm like, oh, fucking superb, man. But aye, that's like you says, mate. The acting in it is fucking superb by everybody. Like even shout out to Jim Broadbent. He's just he's a masterclass at playing a pure bastard. I'm telling you, man. I don't know if it's the wee smiley geese, whatever it is, man, but
Aye.
just fucking, it's like the guy who only fools and horses, Slater. Just that right through, man.
Who's Rachel? Aye, mate, as I said in the run up to it, I've got so much fucking love and admiration for Jim Broadbent as an actor. Like you say, as Slater, even the dad and the borrowers, he's the old professor in fucking Paddington, and he's been in a million British movies and all that, and he's just fucking great. A great actor. I love him to bits, man.
Aye. He was also in a Harry Potter film. I can't remember what one it was. It was the later ones, but it was a wee bit questionable in that and all. But I think he was. Aye, it was.
But in this,
Aye,
he plays
smashing.
the ruthless politician to a T, because that's the big underlying thing about roundabout behind the scenes, but it's in your face. It's political unrest, in it. Everybody's vying for votes. Nothing matters apart from votes. They'll get votes for anywhere. If a fucking horse shit in the street could vote, they'd get it to vote. You know what I mean? That's all they care about.
Aye. Aye, that's what I was saying. Fucking this film very, very much echoes the fucking world of today. So much so that it's fucking terrifying. That obviously riots end up happening at this, but we'll get to that because that's fucking brutal. But just the whole fucking politicians there waiting on immigrants as they come off the boats. Fucking here, there's some hot soup and bread and all that. Remember who gave it to you and all that fucking when it comes to voting day. Know what I mean?
Vote, remember, vote Tammany.
Aye, and you see it in this country, but right now you're seeing it in America. Know what I mean? If what's true is true. Know what I mean? A lot of immigrants are getting put into fucking swing states and all that. They're getting accommodation, food, all that stuff, and it's just like, remember who gave you that? Know what I mean? Aye. So, as much as things have changed, they've stayed the same.
Aye, but even though they're after their vote, it's not all plain sailing. They're coming off of one boat and then getting told, "That's you. Welcome to America. You've now got citizenship. Now you're going to fight for our country during the Civil War." What? You don't have to. If you get $300 on you, you can buy yourself out the draft. I mean, they've come off the boat with lice and scurvy and no pot to piss in. So that's
I mean, it's fucking
brilliantly done. The story's told excellent there because you do see guys coming off of one boat, get in a line, boat Tammany, then trying hats on and getting given guns, and then they're away up another gangplank into another boat, and you hear one Irish guy saying, "Do you think the feed is now?" You know what I mean? Because we've been promised $50 and 3 hot meals a day and all that.
That's it. Aye, the boat they're going on to is also bringing coffins off. Know what I mean? You're like that.
So that's happening all the while under the guise of abolishing slavery.
Aye.
That's a bit slaverish, is it not? Know what I mean?
Aye. It's exploiting one to fucking make the other happen. Know what I mean? Like, what? Aye, it's just, it's very fucking. What I say is, mate, it echoes a lot of the shit today. Know what I mean? It's fucking. It's just like the Tammany guy, although he's not the big bad in this film, it's supposed to be Bill, know what I mean? But it's fucking, there's a bigger picture happening. And these people are just fucking, and it's just, it's like, see when you see the Irish immigrants coming off the boats and all that, fucking, you're now a citizen, you're getting sent to a war in another part of America, whilst, see the place where you landed, is in fucking strife. Know what I mean? So it's like, what the fuck have we got to fight? Know what I mean?
You're now a citizen of the USA, son. Now go and fight for your country. What the fuck was that? What? I'm just fucking get off the boat. For fuck's sake. Jesus.
Aye. It's mental. But see what was another good thing in this? A lot of the characters in it had different Irish accents. Now, we wouldn't be able to pick up on them. Know what I mean? I'm guessing Irish people would. But there's kind of nods to it through the film. Know what I mean? See, like when Amsterdam to be soldier there, he's like, "You for Kerry," sort of thing. And it's like, there's just attention to detail like that you don't pick up on either. Know what I mean?
Aye, definitely. And there's a wee bit of there's some songs in it and stuff like that as well. Like when they're in the Irish a bit and there's sail away, me lassie, my dear Annie. Oh, it's fucking magic. And then
That's a smashing tune.
and it's fucking so good. You're like, hey, I'm away with me lassie, my wee Annie. And then there's a bit later on, and I think it's just after the Mulvaney's taking the rich people through the square and to show off,
Aye.
and then Bill appears. Then when they disperse, you just see a wee woman walking through with a guy behind her playing a violin, and it's a pure somber song she's singing. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. Like, that's actually one of my fucking favourite scenes. Know what I mean? Because it's like, you've had Bill going like that, listen, I'm not going to help you fucking bring down America, sort of thing. And obviously the Tammany character's like, well, you're forgetting, you're turning your back on the future, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, in that case, you're also seeing that somebody's like, I'm no helping these people who are coming out here and ruining the country. Instead, they've no help to fight for it, make it what it is. And then as he's done saying that, you're seeing them going to another war. You know what I mean? So they are fighting for it. Just know
Aye.
what you're talking about fighting for it. Know what I mean? There was like fucking that's very poignant. That
Mm-hmm. But
I'm sure that's what she's singing about.
Because you mentioned there that Jim Broadfoot's no the big bad. It's meant to be Bill Cutton, right? But Jim Broadfoot is the big bad because he's the organ grinder. He's at the back manipulating situations and he wants the people fighting. He wants them at loggerheads and he wants votes that much that doesn't care. So he's orchestrating everything, man. He is a big bad bastard.
Aye.
And he does it with a smile, as you said, mate.
Yeah, by the way, as we've bigged up Daniel Day-Lewis in his role, Bill the Butcher.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, this part was offered to Tom Hanks, but he chose to take the role in The Road to Perdition instead.
Oh. Well, I'm glad it happened. Obviously,
I was shook.
I could see Tom Hanks doing it. To be honest with you.
Look, I can't see anybody else doing it now because Daniel Day-Lewis has done it. Know what I mean?
Of course, aye.
But had it been Tom Hanks, like you, I could have seen it have been. But I don't know if it would have been the same way.
Nah.
Because see, when it comes to Tom Hanks can be other characters and all that, but in my head, you still see Forrest Gump. Know what I mean?
Or would he? You know what I mean?
Aye.
However, the film he did do, Road to Perdition, I thought that was a fucking great movie, man.
No, it's on a list.
Oh, and he plays a very somber character in that, you know what I mean? He plays it really well. But kudos to Ed Harrison there as well for that film. But that's another day. That will happen. I'm just found out there it will happen one day. Maybe next week. Who knows? Leonardo DiCaprio, mate. I think did we know in 2002 he was going to be as good as he is today? Did we already get inklings of that for Titanic and stuff like that? Aye. He's great, isn't he? He's fucking great in this.
Aye, he's smashing. He's smashing in everything he's done, I'd say. Mm-hmm. Even fucking Critters too.
Fuck's sake. Jesus.
Next thing you're going to child in that.
Next thing you're going to say is that Jennifer Aniston was smashing in the Leprechaun. Oh, Jesus.
Aye. Mate, I think you've seen fucking glimpses of it when it was Wits eating Gilbert Grape? Know what I mean?
Never seen it.
I don't know if you thought that he was going to end up where he ends up, where he's ended up, know what I mean? Because I thought, say, Wolf of Wall Street, I thought he was fucking terrific, know what I mean? I was watching this mad manic guy, but it's part of the process, isn't it? He is good in this.
He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. I can't follow him I stopped following him on Twitter because he's all about climate change and all that. It just does my fucking head in. And then 2 days ago, I noticed him at a party. a white party with a lot of black gentlemen that are under scrutiny at the moment. You know what I mean? But they called these parties the white parties because they all wore white.
Aye.
Okay, Leo.
Aye. The baby oil.
Aye, must have had a wee shot of Justin Bieber that night, I bet you. Oh, that boy's ass must be like a remake of the Clyde Tunnel. Swear to God. But that's another story, isn't it? But acting wise, he is phenomenal. He's done some of my favourite films, like The Departed and Wolf of Wall Street. The Rev. I can never say that.
The Revenant.
That one. Which I think's going off kilter here, but I think's one of Tom Hardy's greatest fucking roles, by the way.
No.
So he's brilliant. We've got we even get fucking the wee boy at ET in it. That's his pal, Jano. Yeah, right there, Jan.
It's just the cast in it is fucking superb. Even the wee people that don't even you don't even really see much for them. But that wee guy that's always with Tammany, it's got a top hat and a wee glass. He's an English actor. He's fucking brilliant and all. But even he's just stood there like wee Penfold like that. This isn't good.
I know he doesn't say much, doesn't he? No, and he's quite a prominent actor. He's fucking one of Ray Donovan's brothers, and all that. He's a great actor. He's in hundreds of things. But you're right. He just stood there in his respects and saying nothing. Like fucking.
And like we says, mate, Stephen Graham, who's fucking became one of the best I know. No, I mean didn't see that coming, but that's what it is.
Quite a good gig for Stephen Graham. I know he appears at the start of the film, and then you don't see him for another full 2 hours, and then he comes back in the end. You know what I mean?
Aye.
See when he loses the plot at the very start, fucking slit your throat. He fucking Breck's character and his Liverpool accent just comes out. Slit your throat. So, all right, there, kids. How's it going there, mate? Listen to Rick Fast Club. You listen to them boys. Fucking Grace. Steaks, mate. Guns on spaceships. Fucking Grace. He's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, I've got a wee bit of trivia for these people, but I thought it was quite funny. We talked about Daniel Day-Lewis being in character all the time. So much so that he wore a costume and he kept his hair like that, but he hated his greasy, plastered on hair that much that as soon as filming stopped, he went and shaved his head bald. That's how he turned up at the premiere. Like fucking Charles Xavier.
Aye. It does look so fucking horrible. See when he takes his top hat off and it's just this greasy. Like it's like the shape you can see the shape of his head. That the grease is so fucking but again it harps back to see life back then in that area. It must have been fucking horrendous, man. Like, I'm just imagining see when they're all sitting in a pub and all that, man, and like all the leftovers are all going into one big barrel and you can fucking like, what the fuck, man?
Aye, that's a thing, isn't it? The guy's collecting tumblers, getting into the barman, and he's just putting the slops, we call them in Glasgow slops, which is what's left of a pint or in the drip trays, in a funnel back into a big barrel, and he's charging people a penny or an ear or a nose or something to get a wee drink of this fucking slops, man.
Mate, it's just we've already said about the production of this and all that, but see, just nobody is clean apart for the hoity-toities up the top. Know what I mean? But it's just like you like Bill the Butcher, right? He's got everything going for him, sort of thing. He's the leader of the gang. Fucking Disney answer to nobody and all that. But even the matted, greasy hair, the fucking fingernails are black. Know what I mean? It's fucking.
Aye,
It's brilliant, but at the same time, man.
It's the wee posh woman in the square. Nearly tripped near a guy lying down. Oh, is he drunk? Oh no, he's as dead as fucking. What's it he says? Can't remember. Just had his body lying in the middle of the square. Nobody's fucking bothering about it. You know what I mean?
It's mental, man. And then it's like even see where they're sleeping and all that. You're just going, that must be infested. you get a feeling that it's just all bogging. Know what I mean? Everybody's bogging, everybody's stinking, nobody's immaculate, and it's fucking.
It's like you
Aye.
said, mate. You can smell it through your eyes, kind of. You can just imagine everything just being pungent and sewage, raw sewage, and rotten food, eat things. Oh,
Mm.
so let's jump on, mate, and get a couple of your favourite scenes. Give us a couple of them.
Oh well, I'll start off with the opening fight for the 5 points. It's brutal. No, I mean it's very much what you'd expect at the times. There's people getting stabbed, chopped up. You see the detail when some of the fucking injuries and all that. There's a guy getting fish hooked, and you just
Mhm.
see the face start to come apart, but it cuts away. It's just fucking so brutal, man. It's fucking aye. I mean, we used to let's see all these fights. Somebody's always got a nice shiny dagger and all that, and you see all their weapons. People have just fun things and turn them into weapons. No,
Aye,
I mean it's just brilliant, man.
their weapons, like we've just talked about, they fit perfectly into the settings because they're all jet black. They're bogging. So,
Aye,
so if the wound itself isn't going to kill you, you're going to get fucking sepsis off the blade. You know what I mean? At least it's amazing,
yep,
mate. You're right. That whole scene is one of mine as well, but probably better. No better than the fight itself, but equally as important as the fight itself is that long walk up. Do you know what I mean? With Valiant,
aye,
and everybody's joining them as they go. It just gives you a semblance of this. It's an old brewery they're in, isn't it? But you're like,
yep.
it's like a fucking TARDIS, man. It's like its own city. You know what I mean? It's bogging and it's stinking and poverty. And it's black. There's candles, and when it pans back out to show you the inside of this place, it's just fuck.
Aye, chaos. Aye,
Shantytown
aye,
inside a factory.
aye. It's like a mini village inside this building. It people living in caves and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking aye, eye opening again. But even
Yeah.
the dialogue in the start of the scene, know what I mean? You don't know any of these characters, and it's just you get the gravity of these two guys, know what I mean? Bull the Butcher and the Priest. It's just
Mm-hmm.
ticks off all the boxes. I get like, oh, we bit of brutalness.
Aye. No half, man. And obviously it introduces you visually to a couple of key characters like Malloy and Mulroney, and at the very death at the door, it's Monk just waiting.
Yeah,
Ah, so are you with us now, Mr. Monk? I told you for a price, 10 a notch, and he says
aye.
agreed. So it was
just,
quite a
just
funny bit of
imagine that
trivia.
at all.
Funny bit of trivia as well. See, when Brendan Gleeson booted that door in, the camera goes right out the door. Apparently, he fell on his arse after doing that. Everybody was trying not to break character, man.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's fucking. You can just imagine that at all. Like, because obviously the Waynes are all watching this fucking carnage happening. These people. What you doing this Saturday, priest? Oh, I'm taking the Wayne out. He's going to watch me fight to the bloody death.
Aye,
Cunts just walking by with a cart. Like, what the fuck is going on there?
that's right. Some of the early dialogue. Who's that? Said Michael. Who is it? Said Michael. What did he do? Chase the devil out of paradise. Goodbye. The other
Uh,
things like don't never take the blood off the blade and all that.
aye. Fucking. I'll say another scene for me is when Amsterdam goes to kill Bill. See at the celebration, they win in the fucking battle with the 5 points. But it's merely anxiety and anticipation, knowing that Bill the Butcher knows, you know what I mean? And
Aye,
it's just everything's fucking again his how bad his character is. Just winding up Amsterdam with
Mary.
throwing knives at obviously. Aye. And it's just fucking this uneasiness that he knows, you know what I mean? But he's prolonging the torture. You know what I mean? It's fucking not it's brilliant, man. Brilliant.
Aye, aye. It says does it get you? You're like, oh fuck. Oh, it's coming. Doesn't he know? And then see when he throws the knife and he just swats it away with his hatchet like fucking nothing. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
It's nice, mate. It's because it's even it opens. Let's see, obviously the Tammany politician. He's watching this, and again, you're seeing the brutality about the butcher. That I don't think he knows he's a dodgy bastard, but I don't know if he's like suspected how brutal it would be. Know what I mean? And just the way that the whole crowd's bowing for fucking blood. No, I mean it's brilliant, man. And then he starts heeding them again. The brutality. Know what I mean? It's fucking.
Now it's time to say goodbye to that pretty face of yours. I can't even do it. I'm doing 5 accents now, Annie here. And you're right, mate. It just takes a big runny up with his heat, doesn't he? And fucking smashes his skull into his face 3 or 4 times.
Aye.
Oh.
It's fucking. Aye. Like I say, mate, see, there's the whole scene. It's to build up the tension and all that. It's just, you know, he knows, but you're just like, oh no, oh no.
Aye. And he
know what I mean?
flings a hatchet up and walks away.
Aye.
Like, oh!
And even when he's throwing the knives, know what I mean? Fucking like endangering her, know what I mean? Kind of hoping to get a reaction at Amsterdam about it, know what I mean? And it's just, oh, fucking, aye. Brilliant, man. Brilliant.
Aye.
What about yourself, mate? I've already fired it to.
You've took my 2. I can't get of any other ones. No, there's fucking plenty. Obviously, just before that one you've just mentioned, Amsterdam saves Bill's life. They're getting very pally. It's very clear that Bill's taking them on as a kind of son-like figure. And they're in the theatre again, which is quite funny because that's where he saves his life and nearly ends his life. In the theatre again, and the guy draws a gun. Amsterdam, like, Bill, watch out! Bill still takes one in the shooter, but Amsterdam gets him down, shoots him, wrestles a gun off him, and all that. And it's the aftermath of that. Bill doesn't go and get patched up. He just gets a sling on, and then they go and get drunk with hookers and all that. It's cracking, absolutely cracking. And see, I remember watching this the first time, and I'm like, right, is Amsterdam been turned? Has he seen Bill for being a better person? Because it makes a line. He says a line when the dragon takes you underneath his wing. It ends up it's quite warm in there. Do you know what I mean? As if you could see why people can fucking be all comfy and taken to him. So you're like, he must have had a wrestle with conscience, especially when he wakes up. Obviously, he takes Jenny up the stair, sleeps with her, and then he wakes up and Bill's just sitting, looking at him. I don't know if Bill. I still don't know if Bill knows that's Jenny or not. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, doesn't see her face and that, but I don't think he's too bothered. And then he just tells him about his dad, and then walks away. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I think that's why Leonardo DiCaprio cries, because he's doing the Anakin thing. He's fucking wrestling with what he's got today, or should he do it? You know what I mean? Because yes, this guy did murder my dad. However, it probably done through respect, and there was just a nobleness about it. I don't know.
Aye, I see. I like you, mate. I wondered that. I know. Was it to the point where obviously the Amsterdam character, he's hung about with Bill that long, he's forgot why he was doing it. You know what I mean? And then I was kind of thinking, oh, did he stop that guy killing Bill because he wanted to be the guy that killed Bill? You know what I mean? So it was that question, but you're right, mate. Plus, see that scene, Bill's telling him about his dad and all that. That's one of my favourite scenes today because it's like fucking gives you a background into the character. You know what I mean? That you didn't know about him and how him and the priest became like fucking enemies and all that. And he says himself, we lived by the same kind of creed in life. The only thing that separated us was faith. You know what I mean? It's fucking.
That's it. And another thing that adds weight to that as well is the yearly celebration is, of course, about the victory, but it's an equal measure it's a respectful nod to his father because he holds him in such high esteem. As he says himself, it's the only guy worthy of remembering whoever killed him. He's got his 40 up and all that. That's amazing. It's just great. I can't say any more words that you've not said or I've not said. Another good scene for me is when Amsterdam's not quite under the wing yet, still having to wheel his way in, but he comes to see Bill and all that, and Malloy's being a wee dick, isn't he? Because they've been sent to the boat. It's already been robbed, but Amsterdam's clever. He says, grab a dead body and they sell that to a grave robber or doctor, whatever you call it, and he makes money. So Bill's impressed by that. He says, you came back here empty-handed, but you thought about it, and you got me paid. But is it it's Mulroy in it, or McGloin, whatever it is, he can't handle it. What is it he calls him? 2 seconds. I'm in the mind of calling you a fiddling Ben. What? A fiddling Ben? I've never heard of that before. But he calls him something else. And they say, then we've got business. And they start boxing. Old style boxing. You know what I mean? And Amsterdam kicks his ass, makes a show him. I fucking hate that wee McGloin character. I do. He's such a wee shite bag and a sook up. You know what I mean? And he's so denounced his self, his heritage, and his people. Do you know what I mean? It's horrible. We can't.
Again, that's another thing. I was like, all the old dead rabbits all fucking turnt. But in the way I kind of look at it, it was survival. You know what I mean? There's no point holding on to fucking the old ways. I mean,
so you've got Constable Mulroney. He's became a policeman, right? So he's no went with Bill, but he's as corrupt as fucking the day's long, and he steals off his own prick. You've got Mulroy, whatever his fucking name is. He's just, I might be with you, Bill. I might be with you, Bill. I might be native. I might be. You know what I mean? He's the worst. But it's great. It's one of the best scenes in this is when Amsterdam kills him, because it just jumps him for the behind and Officer Mulroney, and strangles him. They knock over the fucking big bit of cloth and it falls down and you see the church. All that. Nice. Like
that. One other scene I would say, I don't know what it is, mate, but I think it's just because it's very fucking telling again. Like, see the very end of the film. Whereas you go to gravestones and then you just see New York becoming New York and all that, and it's just like these people are just the city will move on regardless of what this person fought for, what this person fought for, know what I mean, what they stood for and all that, and it just life continues. I like that shit and all, man. I was like, aye.
That's a brilliant outro on it, absolutely brilliant. And it breaks into you too, you know what I mean? Which is a great tune. Because I don't ever think I've watched the end credits that long before last night to listen to that song. I'm like, that fucking Bono. Is it Bono? No, it was you too. I never heard that song before. But it's great, mate. You're right, because it doesn't just go for the gravestone. It doesn't go for 1860, whatever it is, to present day. It goes in eras, if you know what I mean. Like you said, turn of the century, the 30s, and then the skyscrapers come, and then the Twin Towers and all that. You're like, it's brilliant.
Because obviously the heatstones and all that all decay because they're not getting tended to and all that, and it's just like fucking the old world is fucking gone, the new world's in. You're just like, you've done that well there, Mr. Scorsese, man. I like that. Have a cookie.
That I thought was very Tarantino-y. The music and how it was done and all that. I thought that was a Tarantino-y kind of bit. Let me think if there's another wee scene I want to say. Just for visuals. There's a bit where the politicians are on their fucking big billiard room, and it said that if the Irish want this, they have to put a candle in their window. And what do you think about this? Well, I think it's going to be a very dark night. then it just goes to every window in New York with a candle in it, and it looks fucking so cool, man.
Aye. Again, back to the rich cunts, career politicians and all that, no taking fucking into consideration what the common man is fucking feeling, know what I mean? And just it comes back to bite them in the ass. And what I'm saying, mate, it fucking rings true the new.
Aye.
Fucking
See when this one of the best bits I know is voting day in it.
aye.
Get up, voting day. And it just shows the lengths that they're all going to get these signatures, sending guys out to get haircuts and get back in and all that. Shave that moustache off, get back in. We'll change your jacket. And you're like, fucking hell, man. That's the only time Bill wants anything to do with the Chinese. He just goes into it's a Chinese opium den, Billy. Goes into and just drags them all out to the voting polls, know what I mean?
Aye. That's what you say, mate. It's really it's really down to the dirty. There's obvious gangs, but we're thinking just the street gangs. There's gangs of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like the police are gangs, the fire brigade are gangs, the politicians are gangs, and then the hoity-toity upper class people are fucking gangs. And it all
100%.
filters down to needing the street gangs to keep the people on top in power. It's brilliant, man. It's smart as fuck.
Then you said about how it's a lot of it can be fucking true to life today. You've got the sheehies there.
The sheehies.
The mad sheehie gang. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Aye, gangs everywhere, mate. You're right. They've got the Metropolitan Police, the Municipal Police. Every politician's got their own fire brigade, municipal, metropolitan, citywide.
Aye. And they all fight air territory. It's fucking. It's aye.
Two of the rich guys were now with eyebrows at a gladiator and fucking wee smide at a Braveheart.
Aye.
Hello, lassie.
Hello, lassie.
See when the poor turn on the rich at the end and all.
Aye.
It's fucking happening. You can see that fucking happening. Do you know what I mean?
It's again, mate. It's just what really kicks that off is the draft, innit? The draft. Right, listen, you're going to fight this war. And again, that's what I'm saying. It fucking echoes the new because they were talking about here bringing back conscription, and you're going, no, no. I mean, why is it the fucking the downtrodden and all that need to go and fight something that you fucking started, that nobody wants a party that you fucking started? Know what I mean?
100%.
It's like I says, mate. It's just fucking. It's this film just echoes the current day to me.
Aye.
You know what I mean? You've got people got to fucking food banks and all that are in full-time employment and all this pish. And then you're talking about fucking people announcing record fucking profits. And you're going like that. Eh?
Aye.
No, what I mean?
I don't know
we can't afford to give old people this in the winter, but we can afford to arm this country. What? Know what I mean?
Aye.
I
don't know why we've not got an Elliot Ness kind of person that's in charge of all this pish world affairs. They don't answer MD, didn't they? No, they just don't answer MD, so they're just doing it to fucking man. It's horrible.
And like you say, you see it in this film. Tammany uses Bill to get himself power. And then when he sees the power shifting to like Amsterdam's mob and the immigrants and all that, he pounces right on that just to fucking keep himself in power. Know what I mean? It's
horrible.
Fucking and it's very true to the day. Know what I mean?
I think if this film shows you anything, it's that throughout history, human history that we know about, there always comes a point where the people get pushed too far into they just have had enough. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it ends in wars and blood and but these rich bastards don't care, man.
No, it's much like you see. It's one of my favourite lines in it is when the rich people are talking, saying their wee fucking playing their wee pool game and all that.
Billions.
And that guy says, what's that thing you always say? Always hire one half of the poor to kill the other half. And you're just there, then it's there again. You know what I mean? Fucking, let's keep name Warren and we'll just coin it in. It's
so
fucking
true. So true, isn't it? Fucking.
it's fucking oh mate.
Here's another couple of favourite lines, mate. On you go.
Oh. Well, I'm saying my favourite, right? Because it's hilarious.
Here we go.
As anybody knows, old firm day rolls around and there's old firm banter. And this is what I send a video of this to my fucking mates and all that. They send me stuff in reply. But may the Christian Lord guide my hand against your Roman popery. It's fucking hilarious. And as much and I know people are going to go, that's fucking shocking. Go take a fuck to yourself.
Huh?
We see it as banter. No feelings get hurted. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
It's delivered so superbly by Daniel Day-Lewis just before the battle cry. It's amazing, absolutely amazing the way he does it. There's hundreds of dialogue in this, mate. There's another cracking. Amsterdam's got a good few ones as well. Like, when you kill a king, you don't stab him in the dark. You kill him where the entire court can watch him die. Oh, that's deep, man. It's deep, dude. It's true. Because if you want to be at the top of the tree, you don't fucking vanquish your enemies away from prying eyes, do you? You want the world to fucking see how, but you're the gaffer, you know what I mean? You're on top.
Another one that comes from Tammany when they're talking about fucking doing the muscle work. And he goes, oh, no. The appearance of the law must be upheld, especially when it's been broken. It's just like, yeah, dirty bastard.
It's fucking cracking. Big Jim. Big Broadbent. What a man he is. Get Bill and all cracking. At my challenge, by the ancient laws of combat, we have met here at this chosen ground to settle for good and all who holds way over the 5 points. Us natives born rightwise by these fine lands, or the foreign hordes defiling it. Excellent. Apologies for that accent there. That was fucking tragic.
Aye, one for Bill for me, mate. What's your name? Amsterdam. I'm New York. Don't you ever come in here empty-handed again. You've got to pay for the pleasure of my company.
Amazing, isn't it? Because it's so quick. Amsterdam. I'm New York. Just hunds it. Brilliant, man. Especially after just sticking a knife in that wee cunt's horn. It was playing poker with him. Please don't make that noise again. Stroke the sheet. Oh, my earphones fell out.
Aye. And one more, for me anyway, I'll say, again, well, Bill says, when he came to finish me, I couldn't look him in the eye. So he spared me. He wanted me to live in shame. This was a great man. You know what I mean? I was like, I get that shit.
Mm-hmm. And he returns the favour to Amsterdam.
Aye.
Because obviously thinks of himself as Bill the Merciful, he says, or something like that. So he can walk in shame, so everybody can see. What else? Another one for Bill. Is this it, priest? The Pope's new army? A few crusty bitches and a handful of ragtags? And then Liam Neeson, the priest, says, Now, Bill, you swore this was a battle between warriors, not a bunch of Miss Nancy's. So warriors is what I brought.
Oh, I see that bit I know when they start announcing all their wee gang names and all that. Imagine being one of the pug uglies.
I know.
What's your name? With the pug uglies. You know what? How'd you get to that guy?
Some of the names are fucking funny. Some of the patter It's just obviously it's synonymous with its time. It's a dead language, if you know what I mean. Because they're looking at Jenny, right? Amsterdam's seen Jenny for the first time. Who's that? And John tells her who it is. But instead of going like that, oh, she'd fucking get it. She's lovely, isn't she? I thought, she is a prim looking stargazer. Aye.
It's fucking brilliant, isn't it?
If it was a commitment, it'd be she's a little roid. I mean,
it's fucking brilliant, man. You're right, mate. There is outdated fucking language and all that, but somebody like the part is fucking superb.
I've a right to call you a fiddling Ben.
You call them as chiselers.
Because then I'd understand what you were calling us with chiselers. Fixing I am. Then we've got business. Fucking brilliant. Oh,
fucking brilliant, man.
No, it's funny as well. I talked about Tammany being an absolute bastard. And we just get Bill in his office, right? And they're talking about, there's a bit of a feeling out there that I'm not too like. We need to up morale and all that. What'd you plan? I think we need a hanging. What?
Aye.
3 or 4.
Aye. These poor bastards just picked at random. Know what I mean? Fucking. And then it's a nice locket you've got there. Here, $1 for it. It's me mother's. $1.50. Done.
Aye. It's as if they've been paid to be hung as well. I think the families are getting a couple of quid for it, you know what I mean?
It's fucking.
That big guy that's needing it used to be Scottish, isn't he? City Lights.
Aye.
Is my little laddie here? Oh. I've never had a bad turn in my life. May God meet me as a friend. Then he gets hung. Hey!
You know what I mean? Fucking unbelievable, man. It's again, man. I do this. Even wee Smythe, see that cunt? I know. See when the riots getting kicking off, and he's like, "The riots have taken over," and you're going, "That's how he fucking views." Just,
aye,
he fucking nuts.
Get his fucking head cut off. Know what I mean? Bastard.
Aye. But then it's fucking. We've not really spoke about the riots, but see bits of the riots. It's fucking brutal, man. See, I bet they've got some poor wee fucking black guy in the street and he's getting dragged with a hair and they stab him and all that. It's fucking, you're like, off.
Aye.
This is fucking, this is wild.
I mean, there's a lot of systemic racism in this film, which is just, it's a period movie. It happened.
Aye.
There was a lot of shouts, I killed the N-word, you know what I mean? And even the wee man that's their pal, that's in the Dead Rabbits, he gets done in, doesn't he?
Aye. That's what I mean. It's, again, echoes the world of today. When shit is going awry, it's a certain type of person's fucking fault. Know what I mean? It's where people are pushed to aim their fucking anger at people.
Mm-hmm.
So,
aye. But the good thing in this is that the politicians get the anger vented at them. You know what I mean? They just march up on the so-called rich streets and just start putting in windows and doors, didn't they? Kill the rich! Yep. Kill the rich! It's like the fucking, society breaks down to the point where the army comes in to fucking just do people in, know what I mean? And it's just, chaos, plus it's informative, that part as well, because as much as it's a film, it's obviously gone off through events. And it's showing you still pictures and all that shit that this actually happened. It's fucking aye. That was a question I had for you. See when the army are sent back in, right? And they're obviously shooting cannons for the harbour and all that stuff. But they're in the streets, they're lining up and just shooting the mob.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the army, right? Are they the Irish immigrants killing the rain again?
Aye. Probably, aye. That's how fucked it is. Because it's like the monk as well, see when he's talking about like when they left Ireland for the persecution and all that shit and all that, fleeing a war that they didn't want to be part of, and they didn't think it would follow them. But it didn't follow us, it was already waiting on us. Know what I mean?
Aye,
It's like fucking shit like that. You go, oh, that's fucking deep. That
aye.
it's
Brendan
fucking
Gleason,
nuts.
he's very prominent in this movie, The Monk. Uh, he's not got a lot of screen time, but his
Aye.
death was fucking brutal. That's the one time I think it's the one time Bill kind of veers away from his own code because that's a cowardly
Mm.
assassination. You know what I mean? Flinging a meat
Aye.
cleaver into his back under the guise of coming in for a drink, and then taking his own club and fucking
Aye.
kneeing him right in the head.
I think see that. I think that all that part there. That's. I think Bill realizes his time is up. See him and his way. I think no, that his time is up because they lost that election,
Mhm.
and then he goes round to see the monk. Know what I mean? And there's no consequences after it. After that, know what I mean? Because he then says to Tammany, "I'm fucking done with you and all. If you come down, you're getting it." Know what I mean?
Aye,
It's fucking aye. Plus, I think that's the whole thing as well. See, like all after the priest is away, like when he dies and all that, I think the monk becomes the prominent fucking like enemy for Bill because I think Bill sees him as a threat as well. That he's no just he's like a thinking man. Know what I mean?
aye,
He's no
aye,
just the charging fucking idiot. He's like
aye,
he'll change it for the right way, like and integrate into fucking the system and change it for the inside. Know what I mean? So that's where I think he sees him as the bigger threat.
aye, aye. The realization comes when Bill sits on that porch and he watches the two parties on their soapboxes, and he sees the monk talking and getting a big reaction and getting an uprising. I think that's when he's like, ah, right, it's fucking game over now. I mean,
Aye,
let's
aye.
go to under high
Because
tactics.
when Higby's when Tammany goes to see him and he's in the kitchen, he's still got the monk's blood on his face. Know what I mean? So he's designed himself to this is that I'm fucking gonna in a bloody battle now. I'm not playing the political like game. Know what I mean? And it's just and then as he says that bit, fucking you're neither hot nor warm, so I spew you out. Like I'm instead of going, I'm fucking finished with you. I'm done with you. Know what I mean? And as
Nothing,
for
do
your
nothing.
new man, like we fucking Valen, he's your new man in your pocket. I'll
Aye.
fucking do him into. And it's just
Aye. Bill realises what Valen already knows, and Valen has told the other boys. He says, there's 15,000 Irish a week coming off these boats. You know what I mean? We, we've not got a gang, we've got a fucking army. It's just about creating the right spark. He knows. It's like Bug's life, innit? When the ants finally realise that they outnumber the fucking grasshoppers 100 to
only
1.
you can draw that comparison. What's that Disney film that this reminds you of? Who did what? There's the when you win a fight in this, you get to cut off ears and noses. What's starting Disney?
Because Hopper knows it. And Hopper knows it. He's the bad man. And then the fucking wee flick, he decides, aye, there's many us than you. Bastards.
But what was also hilarious, mates, just because I've watched it very recently, that being The Greatest Showman. P.T.
Aye,
Barnum is in this.
he is. And his bloody
And
museum gets fucking gutted, doesn't it?
there was not a fucking song sang until the
Nah. There was no greatest showman in there, I tell you.
I fucking
But again, that was factual. It was accurate to the time. You know what I mean? Great,
aye.
man. Aye.
It's as much as this film is all entertainment and all that, I think a lot of the things that happened, a lot of the people in it are real. There were real people in time and real events happened.
Mhm.
And it's just fucking just smart the way it's done. Because then it's even you've got to get the final battle, which used to annoy me that you didn't get the big final battle, like fucking them all knifing each other and fighting and all that shit. But in watching it now, you kind of get a different like ending that the street gangs realise they're no in control,
No.
the government's in control, and when it comes to the fucking dishing out like doings and all that, they've got the army to do them. Know what I mean? And then it's the whole Bill realizing it's done. what he viewed as America is over. That's changing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's just fucking better that way instead of
Aye,
getting the big fight crescendo. You know what I mean?
aye. Slum clearances done fucking brutally. You know what I mean? We had them again
Aye.
100 years later in Glasgow, slum clearances, but it was done obviously rehoused and all that and getting demolished. But aye, I know what you mean. Didn't get the big battle at the end like you did at the start, but that was perfect. It ended up perfect when you sit back and look at it. Because I didn't like Bill running through the smoke. I didn't like
Aye.
that. Just you know, my wee chib at the back of the legs and all that. I was like, come on to fuck. What is
Aye.
this?
Last super assassin.
Aye. But it gets him in the end. See, when Amsterdam's hair obviously came out its ponytail, and it's fucking like Jennifer Aniston at the start of Friends. Early 90s Friends, man.
Aye. But as a film, man, it's fucking smashing. Tells a story in New York that I don't think anybody fucking really knew up until this
No.
point. Obviously, New Yorkers and all that shit would have knew, but us being the outside and the people across the water,
Uh-huh.
didn't he?
Well, I tell you what, I would hazard a guess that a lot of New Yorkers are ignorant to that kind of timeline and all, by the way, because it's such a fucking metropolitan, multicultural city. But that
Aye.
being said, before you give it your mark out of 10, mate, the film is 2 hours and 47 minutes long. Did you feel it?
Nah. The only time I kind of thought it kind of dragged a wee bit is when Amsterdam was recovering for getting a doing.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, the rest of it just seemed to flow fucking do its
Aye.
thing.
There's a wee 5 minutes there where it's just mainly Jenny tending to him into it and candlelight kind of
Aye.
thing. But
So
aye, it was fine. Because I know people look at film times and go, oh, for fuck's sake. But again, if it's a great movie, you don't feel the time. You know what I mean? It's like
no.
Green Mile, that's about 3 hours and all that, and you don't feel it. But that being
You
said,
get a wee greet at the end.
oh, you do. Don't talk to me about that. That being said, what do you give it out of 10, my man?
Oh, for me, mate, it's a 9. I rather enjoy the movie.
Mhm.
So, and I think you get one of the most predominant fucking characters in film history in Bill the Butcher.
Aye.
So,
Mhm. You
for
really
that
do.
is a 9.
It's up there as a cinematic classic, my book as well. Ticks all the boxes. It's a 9 out of 10 for me as well. So there you go, folks. 18 out of 20 for Gangs of New York 2002 by Martin Scorsese. If you've not seen it, and I know there's a couple of people on the Facebook chat that haven't seen it that are going to watch it off the back of seeing the trailer that I posted. They're like, oh, it looks fucking good. No, that younger ones and that. I says, you listen, you'll not be disappointed. So enjoy it. And then obviously let us know what you think of our critique and what you think of our marks out of 10.
Yeah.
So there we go. Is it time to play movie bingo, movie bingo, movie bingo? Yeah.
It is indeed, my friend. So, I'm picking for your list.
Yeah.
Give me a wee number here, a wee number. I'll just pluck this out the air there. 18.
Next time is impression time because you have picked Terminator 2.
Hey, that's on my list at all.
John Connor. Yes. So wonderful. There's a director's cut of that as well. I need to see what one I've got. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. I've seen them both. The
So there you go.
deleted scenes and that are a bit fucking dead space anyway. But excellent. Terminator 2. One of the again another groundbreaking film, especially for CGI and on it.
Always comes into the conversation as potentially the best sequel. So,
Aye. One of the best sequels of any franchise out there. Yes, definitely. But we will discuss that more in depth. And if I'm no mistaken, 1990 or 91, isn't it? We should have quite the trip back in our time machine
aye.
about events
In
of
fact,
that time.
Is it no 1999 or something like that?
What? No, it's 1990.
Oh, it's
1991.
91. What am I fucking? Oh, I must be thinking of the third one or something.
Rise of the Machines. Even that was 2000s. That was 2000s.
Aye.
Hello.
1991 there. Wasn't even fucking born. Saying that, I could have been in the oven there, as they say.
Oh, really?
Or I could have been a dirty thought.
That's a smashing thought, that. It really is. But there we go, folks. We hope you enjoyed this week's pod and are looking forward to next week's with another classic movie from us here at What's the Script. Thank you for all your likes, shares, follows, loves. Thank you to Quaint. Thank you to Native Origins. But thank you to you. It's you guys that listen, watch, feedback, and we like to hear from you. We really do. We love to hear from you now and again. So when you hear this, it'll be Happy Friday. Or as people like to say in my look, Happy Friday! You know who you are.
Love you, Daddy.
Cooking up some chiclets in there. Big old titty. Big old titty.
It's too.
He's cooking up a storm in here. Oh, shit. We're going off in tangents. Right, mate, unless there's anything else you want to say, it is cheery bye for myself.
No. Again, cheers. Thanks for listening. Share, like, tell everybody, and enjoy, most importantly. And that's a sign off from me.
And a goodbye from me. Goodbye.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.